We'll see you. What time is it now? It's that's the time we ran it from. 2:47. 10 to 5. 10 to 3. I mean, we'll see you like 3:30. That's my friend Rob. He's got a '57 Chevy with an LS. I think it's an LS. An L something. One of them little 5.7. Oh, this is super fucking weird. Maybe I should stay back here in case he puts on his reverse lights again. What you lost? This is Rob Amatos from the band Crush. They're a Long Island band, local band, but they're pretty well known around here. Got a pretty big following. And he just happens to be a very good friend of mine. He's got a, I don't know what that is. Is it an LS? I'm not a, I'm a big block guy. I'm assuming it's an LS. Rob, is it an LS too?
No.
What is it?
This is out of a truck. I believe it would be an LM7.
Oh, it's not a, what was the other one? LQ4 or?
LQ4 or LM7, something like that.
Yeah.
They call them all LS platform,
Okay.
even if it's a truck motor. But the truck motors are iron block,
Right.
and the LS motors are aluminum.
So that's really the only difference? Boy, do I feel like an idiot. Alright, so this does go to the valve cover. Good. We figured that. I don't know if the other valve cover has one. It does, but it's capped. Alright, so that hose is I want to know why this fucking thing is so loose, though. This is kind of weird.
You want me to get O-rings and silicone? It's not even tight. I just finger
That's
tight.
right. How, pray tell, did that end up right there? Alright. I would go get the O-rings. Because if we get lucky, then
What happened when you called it S&K?
they have them.
They have them?
Yeah.
So that's where I'm going?
That's what I would do. Yeah, I would definitely get the tops and the bottoms because this feels...
Can I just take an injector with me?
Yeah. Yeah, hold on. We need to figure out what we're going to do with this because this didn't reach, remember? So I'm going out on a limb here and saying you don't have all the parts because we didn't get a hose for that, did we?
I forgot all about that.
All right, so
If
you buy a piece of hose, I can make it up. It's going to be a pain in the ass.
I
with
have.
everything.
Remember I texted you, do you want this?
Let me see what you got. So you're going to get a couple of fittings. You're going to get a, looks like number 6 line. That's definitely number 6 line.
Yes.
And we're going to get this fitting. We can get to the back of this rail. But we're going to have to shorten it up, which is another pain in the ass. And this one, we're going to have to lengthen. So, my only problem is I don't know how we're going to cut that because you don't have a whiz wheel. You don't have a grinder with a cutoff blade, or
No.
Maybe S&K will cut it for you. You got a tape measure?
Right here.
Dinner's going to be late tonight. I think this would look better if we come through the middle of these two and under the front and back this way, so that this isn't coming out. Does that make sense? Pull this out, Rob. Yeah, between
The last two?
between 6 and 8, and try and get it all the way to the front, like that angle, if we can. It's a teaching moment. I'm trying to figure everything out so you can make one trip. This literally...
One trip to S&K?
I know. Pam cracks me up. She's like, didn't you just go there last week? I'm like, last week? I went there 3 times.
Three
since
times
then.
in a day. All right, where do you want it coming out?
All right, this one will get here. We can make this one work.
Okay, good. We just put it back the way it was? It looked fine.
Yes, dear.
Sorry.
Got to make the customer happy, especially when you're working for the sum of
Free.
free. Yeah. Well, you'll dedicate a song to me one night.
And a lifetime of indentured servitude.
What about dentures? What do you think, Aaron? Will it look better that way? Maybe a little bit. All right. I hate when I'm wrong, but I was wrong. All right. Still should be 6 inches longer. Then again, that's my whole life story, isn't it? Everything should be 6 inches longer. And you're going to need to connect to that number 6 a number 6 Somebody correct me if I'm wrong on this. Put it in the comments. What do you call that thing that's number 6 on both sides and male on both sides? A connector? It's not a union.
I get it though.
Yeah, number 6 by number 6. So it'll go male by male, and then the end of the hose end will go female. So it'll go female, male, male, female, female.
I got it. Pull out an injector for me and just take the whole thing with you.
Okay. Did I tell you guys to like and subscribe? Did I tell you a story about getting in a little fender bender? It sounds ridiculous, but I will not drive with anybody behind me who's not wearing their seatbelt. And the reason being is I had a 1989 Jeep that I bought brand new when I first became a correctional officer. And I literally got in an accident. I hit a guy. I couldn't have been going 2 when I hit the guy. And we were only doing like 30. I was a kid. I was 25. I wasn't paying attention. Slammed on the brakes because I looked up and there was a car dead stop in front of me, and I just tapped the guy. I hit him so lightly he didn't even call a cop. There was nothing, not even a mark. But there was a guy behind me who was like 250 pounds, and he wasn't wearing his seatbelt. He hit the back of my seat and bent my seat till my face was against the windshield. And ever since then, and we were doing 30, I always thought to myself, if you're doing 60 miles an hour and you hit something, and there's somebody behind you and they're not belted in, they're going through the back of your head, or your head's going through the windshield. So that's my little pet peeve about people not wearing their seatbelt behind me. And vaping in my car.
And vaping in your car. Rob, what do you think of that?
I'm just thinking he's jinxing us, talking about getting into an accident while I'm driving.
I'm a bleeding bottle. This is Rob's cock ring. This is mine.
Actually, it's been pretty nice. Alright, so we'll end up reusing these.
Well, let's take them. This one went in so easily. I highly doubt these are going to go in, but you'll either have 8 extra, because these aren't expensive, are they? And then, well, you could bring them back if you're not.
Yeah,
bring it back.
He's taking the knife out of the cheese.
Do you think he wants some cheese? People are going to look at this and be like, you young people out there have to go watch some old movies. The original Arthur. Fantastic. Arthur, we don't drink in my family. This is great. You must never run out of ice cubes their entire lives.
You could stretch a hose over it, but the way it seems is vacuum would pull from this way. So your throttle body would hook to this somewhere down below where you don't have to look at it. You'd set this up, run the hose to it, and then from here run to the valve cover.
She was a princess of a tiny, tiny country. It was so small, you could take a cab across the whole country for 85 cents.
He really likes that movie.
It was so small, they recently had the whole country wall-to-wall carpeted. This stuff used to be called Brooklyn Ballbuster. I forget the story, but there's a ball in here.
Doesn't sound like it.
This is why they call it Ballbuster. There it goes. He thought I was lying. They need some S&K speed bags. Fucking lazy do you have to be that you can't teach your kid how to ride a bicycle? That's for somebody who's too lazy to teach their kid how to fucking ride a bicycle. Rob, do you have that original lower O-ring?
Yeah, it's
It's in the where?
in the pocket.
Oh, okay. Tiny screwdriver.
All that. I don't remember which it was. Oh shit! I locked it. I didn't go through the front. What kind of point? Flat?
Yeah.
No.
You know?
No, don't get that out of your nose.
It's a perfect spot to hold it. It's not going anywhere. How do you not have a little screwdriver? Alright, for all three people who are watching, when you ask someone to come over your house, don't tell Rob I said this. You gotta have tools. Every tool on the face of the universe, at some point you're gonna use it. Just buy it. If it looks like anything, if it says Snap-on, Craftsman, Mac, Matco, S&K, buy it. You're gonna need it, trust me, at some point. Santa Maria. I need to push all these little tiny pieces.
Okay.
And,
That good enough? That'll do it? Oh no.
yeah, that probably did. Excellent. Just as I hate these things. This will work. It's just that.
I meant to do that.
I just almost shit my pants.
It's no fun until Andy shits.
It's not a day in the garage till somebody shits their pants. I think I got this. Does anybody else have a problem with these braided hoses like I do? Oh, such a pain in my patookus. Lube.
Violating my AN fittings.
Violate your ass. Somebody out there is going to be going, what are you doing? You can't use a steel wrench on an aluminum fitting? Which is completely untrue. You absolutely can.
Yeah.
You just
can't-
fuck the fitting up.
Right. You can't if you care.
I do care. Somebody leave me a post telling me, or a comment, the refrigeration lines, like the ones that go on the compressor to the condenser, whatever. There's nothing more frustrating than putting those lines together. Holy shit, I almost cried one night. I was so frustrated. Drop that
Bye bye. I'm going under the car. See you in a little while.
on. Fat guy under a little car.
Alright. I'm getting in there.
Does anybody know what to do in this situation? I know this has happened to everybody on the face of the planet at some time, but when you have no tools, how in the frig can I get those things flat enough to get it inside there? If I was at home, I would take my whiz wheel, tape this up really tight, cut it off with the whiz wheel, take the tape off, it would go right on in 1 second like this side did. We were in the car just long enough. If fucking rush hour was 10 minutes less, we wouldn't have this problem. So unfortunately,
I'll pull off the rails. I'll re-ring
Yeah.
all these.
put the black ones on the top, we're going to reuse those same ones on the bottom. Unless you want me to go to the hardware, not the hardware store, the auto parts store, and see if we can get new ones for the bottoms. All right. So I'll get a set of 8 and a couple extras, because they're always good to have. These really don't look bad, so if we don't get them, it's no big deal, but some of the tops are ripped so bad,
Yeah.
just replace all of them.
Right.
Otherwise, you have to inspect every single one of them, and why take the chance? Make sense?
Yep.
Oop, that's Mama yelling at me. She's hungry. She's 100 pounds, but when she gets mad, when she gets hangry. Best thing that ever
Oh,
happened in
no.
my life. What'd you do?
Gotta be kidding me.
You dropped
Guess
that
where
nut?
it went?
Hey, my love. Hold on, Rob just had a crisis. What are the chances of that?
Oh, it happened to us 6 times the other day.
I know. We literally. Do you see that slot? Do you see that?
Right here?
Yeah, right there and there. We each dropped a washer at least 2 or 3 times down that friggin' slot. Did I tell you how much I loved you today?
No, I love you back.
Not just today, every day.
Every day.
You're my
I love
bestie.
you too, Pam, but not the same way.
Loves you too. I am not that guy who will ever talk bad about his wife. Who, just so you guys know, she's not my wife. We've lived together for 10 years. She is my wife to me. It's the only thing that doesn't make her my wife is there's a piece of paper from New York State saying she's my wife. But you're all right, Rob.
Kinda.
Rob really gets into his work.
I'm short. I can't reach.
You know, if you wear hot pants, your legs would look longer. I meant to tell you that before.
Yeah, I got hot pants inside.
That seems like it's coming off awful hard. Is that a lock nut?
It is. It's not really cooperating.
Match it.
Can you do it?
Can I break it? Here, break
I
this
don't
for
have
me.
any leverage here.
All right. Can you do that side? I'll do
Yes.
this side. All right. Team breakage. All right, so you probably know what galling is for the 3 people who are car people who don't know what galling is. It's basically when you have, it happens a lot with stainless steel, especially with stainless steel. I don't know why, but the threads actually roll up on top of each other and they lock up, and 9 times out of 10, don't lose a washer. 9 times out of 10, it just locks up and becomes stronger than the bolt itself, and the bolt will just break. If you look real close on the threads, they're shiny and some of them are missing. It's probably worse on the nut though. So, all right, I'll bring a couple of these. Ready?
Ready.
All right, so I got this. I need the other half of this. I'm getting 8 of these, or a couple extra. Let me see that PCV valve.
I almost dropped that too. We never drop anything.
Never once. Never once did we drop anything. Well, except the first time, and then after that it was the second, the third, the fourth.
By the way,
the
they
fifth
dropped
time.
that nut. I don't know if he's. Oh yeah, I see it.
All right, so that'll go there. It won't look bad. It works.
All right.
And he marked it. That was so cute. Oh, I got black ink on my lips?
No. You want some? I have a marker.
No. I'll do a mustache, though. Wait, I'm Italian. I could grow a mustache by 9 o'clock tonight. Oh, wait a minute. I did this morning already. I shaved this morning.
I doubt it.
No. Is it the 5th Tuesday of this month?
I'm gonna work on the injectors. We gotta leave this car right here, so I gotta get some sucker to help me push it in later.
No, let's push it in now. Ow!
No, I gotta work on it.
Oh, okay. All right.
There's no room up there.
Well, I'm thinking if you had a winch that you could hook to the wall there, so when you're alone, you would just winch it in. Maybe if you had a come along. Come along before you buy a come along, put a big eye bolt in that beam. Like a 1/2-inch eye bolt or 3/8 eye bolt. Just ratchet it in. Yes, I've done that.
He's also lost cars and had the doors taken off. So
You do know I did that again, right?
I do.
Yeah. All right, so I'll see you tomorrow at some point.
Okie doke. I'll pull that out. Thank you.
All right, brother. I'll see you tomorrow. Is that beautiful? Aside from a house or two, my trailer, this is the nicest thing I've ever owned.